welcome back to the FINCH House. As you can see, it's just me today. And, well, we do have Chico. He's in the background taking care of the camera work. So everybody say hey to Chico. So, as you can see, I'm kind of a little festive today. Have my crown. And, of course, your girl always have to have some pearls. So what do you think we're going to be talking about? I wanted to talk to you guys about a film that I have been so excited that's been recently released on Disney Plus, and of course it is Cinderella, featuring our wonderful and just innocent Brandy, and of course the diva herself, Whitney Houston, as the fairy godmother. Not to mention, also, we have stars such as Whoopi Goldberg and some of our illustrious other stars from Broadway, like Bernadette Peters, who's playing the wicked stepmother. And then, of course, they have introducing the first Filipino prince, Paolo Montalban. I hope I'm saying it right. Okay. Well, the reason why I wanted to come to you guys today to talk about this film is because I just remember how excited I was when it first came out. I remember it was in 1997, and of course I was in high school still. Hopefully I'm not giving away too much of my age. But I remember it so well because it was the first time that we were seeing a black princess, okay? So how many times have we seen someone that looked like us in movies or film? So I am a big Disney buff, like all throughout my younger years. That's what I did. I watched, I don't know how many times, The Little Mermaid. We also have, of course, The Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, and of course Aladdin. Now, we did get a little bit more ethnic when we got Aladdin because we had someone who had a little bit more, you know, little more melanin in their skin tone. But for us to finally have someone to represent our community was such a huge deal for me. Now, the reason why I say that is because when we have Cinderella, for the one big thing I remember was that it did not even come out in the movies. They made it available for everyone to see. It came direct to TV. And I remember just waiting in front of my television, excited, couldn't wait to see the magic that was sure to happen. The secondly, I wanted to always look at the way that they portrayed Cinderella. Now, of course, during that time, they chose Brandy to play the princess. And during that time, she had just started coming out with her show, Moesha. So everyone was in love with her, me included. I always loved her huskiness to her voice. And of course, the acting on the show was always fun when we watched it. So when Cinderella came out, I just knew it was going to be magic, especially when they were pairing her with my longtime fave, Whitney Houston. In the movie, though, we see a princess, of course, like I said, that was showing the melanin. So they did not go out and choose someone of a lighter skin tone. It was just a regular girl, regular African American girl, and they did not try to change her style. Now, we always knew Brandy from her signature braids when she was on the show and when she was singing, and they did not try to take anything away from her from that. They let her keep her braids, which became a part of her entire outfit. Now, of course, you see, like I said, I'm wearing my princess blue, something a little blue, so that I can try to represent that movie so well, as much as I possibly can. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, all of the other representation. Now, like I said, they had the first Filipino guy who played the prince. They didn't try to whitewash it too much. Now, not saying that that is something that we always have to make sure that we're aware of, but it does happen a lot of times when we're talking about any type of movies that are supposed to be representative of our communities. So I like the fact that they were able to go out and they found this prince, and he was like the first time we saw an Asian male who was handsome and who had this incredible voice, and you could see the chemistry between him and Brandy, and they made such a very good pairing. And so I just wanted to come on here and guys let you know about how strongly I felt about the first time being able to see myself or being a represented, excuse me, on television as just a typical African American girl, knowing that I can wear my braids and I can still be considered beautiful as well. Another thing in the movie that I also found very refreshing was that in it I remember the part like when Whitney Houston came and she was the fairy godmother and she said folly folly fiddly dee fiddly foddly foodle, all the dreamers in the world are crazy in the noodle. So I know you're probably laughing like, oh, she's trying that song. Yes, I love that part because in the movie Brandy was like, oh, that's not very nice. But what Whitney Houston was trying to say in that character was that all of us are always dreamers and everybody always have these dreams, and instead of going out and fulfilling them and going after them, we try to wait and to let them happen to us. And so I like the message in the movie. It showed a young girl, even though she was being mistreated by her family, she still wanted to be seen as a person. Not just something to just be admired, but someone who had intelligence and someone who had character about themselves. She was there because she made a promise to her father, but she knew that in order to accomplish the things that she really wanted to do and be the person she really wanted to be out in the world, she was going to have to follow her godmother's advice and go out and do it for herself. Now, I want to move forward like a couple of years. Like I said, I remember watching the movie on television, seeing some of the interviews, such as what they did like on the Rosie O'Donnell show when she had her show, and seeing the performances. One of the big performances, of course, was There's Music in You that was performed by Whitney Houston, which I think is one of her signature tracks that a lot of people probably just kind of brushed under the rug. But when you see that live performance and see the passion in her voice and hear it, it's such a beautiful performance. Now moving on, as you all know, if you've been watching the channel, the couple of videos that we've posted, we've talked about our family. So our youngest we have is my daughter, and her name is Ariana. And I remember, just like how I grew up watching all of the Disney movies and going out and making sure that she was able to have a little fun and be innocent in her, childlike state. It was always something where we were looking for, okay, well, how can I show her us, or someone that she can also look up to and see herself that's being portrayed on screen. So I remember in 2009 they brought out The Princess and the Frog. Now that was the first like major, other than the said movie I was just talking about. Remember, that one was made to television, but a major movie that was actually in the theaters was Princess and the Frog. And being able to see that and take her to see it and being so excited, especially when it was released, and going out and buying that DVD and learning all of the songs and all of the music and the words. And I was like, well, what else can I show her where she can see herself and know that she is more than anyone else around her can ever tell her, even more than what I can even say, and be able to have the hope and the dream of being able, even one day, possibly being her own princess. Then I thought back about this movie. So I remember going out and finding the movie and the DVD, and I actually still have it around here. If I can find it, I make sure I put it in the still somewhere because we still watch it to this day. We have gone over that I don't know how many times. And it was just so wonderful to be able to re-experience it with her and share that with my own daughter. And she could see this beautiful black princess being represented, and the musical and all the musicality of everything and the showmanship. Because of course, like I said, they had such great actors, not only the ones who I just mentioned, but they did have Victor Garber, who played the king. They also had Vienna Cox, who played one of the evil stepsisters, and also Natalie Reid, who also played the other stepsister. And let's not forget our guy, Jason Alexander, who did a wonderful job with the performance of The Princess Having a Ball. That's one of my favorite ones as well. And all of them just brought something magical to that movie. And so I just wanted to come on and just talk about how important it is for us to be able to see ourselves on screen, and also to know that we as little black girls and little black boys are more than what we could possibly be, and more than what people are even saying that we can dream of. Okay, so I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know I'm going to spread a little princess magic of my own. See, I have my crown once again. Remember to always keep your head up and wear your crown, girls. Wear you some pearls and keep it moving, and always know that the impossible things are happening every day. Goodbye, you guys. Anyway.